Hello everyone. In this video I am talking about haptic technology. Haptic means sense of touch, which is derived from Greek word haptiko, which means grasp or touch. Through touch we can experience environment by feeling the texture of surface, feeling temperature, pressure, etc. But it is not only about feeling the force or properties of environment, but it is also about understanding the location or configuration of our body. So, haptic technology refers technology that interfaces user with a virtual environment by a sense of touch by applying force, vibration, motion to the user. History of haptic. In early 20th century, psychophysicists introduced the word haptic to label subfield of their studies that address human touch-based perception and manipulation. By 70s and 80s, researchers effort in completely different field. Robotic also began to focus on manipulation and perception by touch by building a dexterous robotic hand. In early 90s, a new usage of word haptic began to emerge. Basic system configuration. Basically, a haptic system consists two parts, namely human part and machine part. The human part senses and controls the position of hand, while the machine part exerts forces from the hand to simulate contact with the virtual object. Also, both systems will provide with the necessary sensors, processors and actuators. In this case of human system, the nerve receptor perform sensing, brain perform processing, muscle perform actuation of the motion performed by the hand, while the case of machine system, the functions are performed by encoders and computers, motors respectively. Type of haptics, phantom interface and cybergraph system. Phantom, it is a haptic interfacing device developed by a company named Sensible Technologies. It is primarily used for providing a 3D touch to the virtual objects. This is very high resolution of 6 degree of freedom device in which user can hold the motor control joint arm. It provides programmable sense of touch that allow the user to feel the texture and the shape of the virtual object with a real very high degree of realism. Cybergraph. Cybergraphs. Cybergraph system fits over user's hand like a exoskeleton and adds a resistive force feedback to each finger. It allows the 4 degree of freedom for each finger adapted to different size of fingers. It is located on the back of the hand. Feedback. Haptic is implemented through different type of interaction with the haptic device communicating with the computer. This interaction can be categorized into different type of touch sensation a user can receive. Tactile feedback and force feedback. Tactile feedback refer the sensation felt by the skin. It allows the user to feel things such as texture of surface, temperature and vibration. Force feedback, it is reproduces the directional force that can result from solid boundaries, example weight of virtual objects, inertia, etc. Principle of haptic interface. Haptic interaction occurs at an interaction tool of a haptic interface that mechanically couple two controlled dynamical systems. The haptic interface with the computer and human user with the central nerve system. The two systems are exactly symmetrical in structure and information they can sense the environment, make the decision about the control action and provide the mechanical energies to the interaction tool through motions. Characteristic. Characteristic commonly considered desirable for haptic interface device. It is low back drive inertia and friction, balanced range, resolution, band and bandwidth of position sensing and force reflection, minimal constraints on motion, symmetric inertia, friction, stiffness and resonate frequency properties and proper ergonomics. Application of haptic technology. In medical application, sense of touch is crucial for medical training. Various haptic interfaces for medical simulation may prove especially useful for training. Military applications. For certain application, for example, where terrain and tester information need to be conveyed, haptic may be the most efficient communication channel. Telepresence. In a telerobotic system, a human operator controls the movement of robot that is located some distance away. Some teleoperator robots are limited to very simple tasks such as aiming a camera and sending back visual images. Haptic now makes it possible to include touch cues in addition to the audio and visual cues in telepresence models. Limitations. It has high cost involved, large weight and size of haptic device. Haptic interface can only exert forces with a limited magnitude and not equally well in all directions. Haptic rendering algorithm operate in discrete time whereas users operates in continuous time. It's all about haptic technology. Thank you.